Zath, DPS in green. Team Red, Team Stats in red. Zath, would you like to introduce your team?
I would very much love to, thank you. So we've had a big change, and I'm excited to see it. What's Up Step Citadel has decided the Schlieffen just isn't working for the way he's playing the ship, and I would agree. So he's changed to a Montana. I like it. And we've got two Marseilles. We continue to run this double Marseille idea, which it looks great on paper, works great in King of the Sea, but as you mentioned earlier, when we've got a whole bunch of strangers and trying to get to everybody to understand how things work, kind of tough to put it together. Mosfa, Napoli round out the cruisers, and then we've got Obi in his Kleber. He loves that Kleber, and our gearing, both unique upgrade. What do we got for Mr. Stats team?
So we have also switched into a Montana. I'd also suggest that the Monty's choice might be because of the map as well, to a certain extent.
Yes,
Because
true.
obviously this map has a lot more cross-shot potential and a lot longer range cross-shot potential. So Monty's just probably the better choice as well for that.
Yep.
So we're running Monty, Moskva, Petro, Marseille, single Marseille, a Venezia, Kleber, and a Marceau. This is kind of similar to or maybe exactly the same as our first match lineup on Warrior's Path, where we're running the double French destroyers, run and gun, nice and fast, rather than using the smoke radar combo. And actually, has your team gone for that? Yeah, your team's gone for that, maybe. So your smoke is actually on the Napoli side, on the sea side.
Yeah.
So
We
the
do
two
not
French
do
destroyers
the
are not going to have to deal with them.
No, we don't do the death snail. It'd be nice. I think it requires a lot of coordination, but it's very powerful if used right.
So earlier on Warrior's Path, when we used this kind of lineup, we did a blob push around the two home caps.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we're deploying a little bit more evenly this time. We've got the two cruisers going for the B cap. With the Monty's going to sit mid. Your Monty's more over towards the A side, which is interesting. I wonder if
Yeah.
that's going to make a
So
difference.
last time we played this map, we did exactly what you said. The bulk of the beef went to the other cap BC side. So this is the opposite. Obi-Wan in trouble now, detected. Marceau and Kleber shooting. I don't see the Marseilles firing yet. Or there's the Mosfa shells. Or the Montana. So they weren't ready, perhaps?
These taups are kind of dangerous. Okay, QT is turning out. That's good. Kleber looks like it's going to be fine.
Yeah, Obi-Wan really
Right, so
took some damage, though, for that
yeah.
trade.
And of course, Kleber does not have the heal,
No.
so that is permanent. Obi-Wan is turning back around to maybe try for the cap with these two destroyers moving off.
Yeah, we got some AP coming in on broadside Chukwama. They just miss. But with these two Marseilles so close together, I don't know. We've had this all day where these two are together like this, and frankly, they're not able to cover each other. They're not able to help each other, and then typically one dies and then the next dies because right now they're both forced to show broadside to Terminator's Montana, who's just very happily taking these shots.
So I guess the
Ouch.
surprise tactic with the sort of, not surprise because you can see them coming, but the Marseille's speed is one of their strengths.
Hmm.
But as you say, like it's speed, but you're still pushing across into that Montana's volleys.
Exactly.
I guess they're trying to get to the island. It's quite a common tactic to try to get to the island to control the corner. Our Marseille is trying to
Sure.
do the same thing.
But the problem is you're up against a Marceau, Kleber, and now the other Marseille.
It's gonna tell you what, it's gonna get really brawly around this island.
It's gonna get very spicy.
But
Chukwama's
we
Hydro
have
detects the torps. That's smart.
well, you have the Montana backup as well. I was about to say we've got the Montana backup. Actually, your Montana is closer.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
There's a decent
it's a
hit.
volley onto Marseille, but Moskva's got shots as well, maybe.
I like the Moskva shots. They're
Nope.
good.
Okay, so Chukwama and LH Gamer are both safe-ish against this island now, I think. Conde Gaspar, not quite so much.
No.
Could we see a... Oh, I think my team leader in the Kleber might be going for a rush on Chukwama.
That's a possibility. Chukwama needs to be
He's
backing
spotted.
up. He's going to take a torpedo here. I think it's coming. Chukwama does have the reload booster available. Should he'll decide to do this. Nope, he's backing up.
So does Conde Gaspar. Conde Gaspar's guns are not pointed at the corner. They can clearly see the Kleber sitting there.
Matter of fact, Obi-Wan torpedoes his teammate in the butt just to say, go get him.
The problem that my Kleber has is that there's 2 Marseilles with reload boosters and a Kleber with a reload booster, all available, all right there.
Oh yeah. So that's kind of stalling a little bit. Although Terminator does have shells for days on the Chukwama and Conde Gaspar, whereas our Montana doesn't have any shots. He needs to get someplace to get those shots.
Exactly. Your team is currently kind of pinned in that corner. Your Kleber is working its way towards the cap. But that's obviously into my Petro's radar. There's also a little bit of something going on down the other end. Just keep an eye on that. You've got Venezia smoking up near the gearing.
Yep.
Not too much going so far, but there are torps in the water. Conde Gaspar takes a few hits there and is on fire.
All right, Kleber, yours is starting to move forward again. And they stop it again.
Yeah, so I think the point of this position is just to pin these 2 Marseilles there, because obviously Conde Gaspar can't leave Chukwama.
No.
And really the Kleber can't leave either, because ideally you'd want to try and kill the Kleber during the rush before it gets the torps off, which 3 reload boosters together can.
Right. Tyler's Venezia takes a torpedo from Marseille's gearing. That's very helpful. It's not huge, but it's helpful.
Okay, you might have a counter push going here. Obi-Wan
I know,
coming up
I see.
to the corner.
I see this.
This could get very interesting very quickly.
I think he's going for it.
Okay, my Marseille just popped its reload booster.
He's going for it. He's going for it.
Good
Dumps all the torpedoes, and there's a trade. Yay.
Okay, does that solve the problem? It certainly leaves LH Gamer on its own.
It does, as long as V-Clock can continue to get shots onto LH Gamer. But we still haven't heard much from the Montana's guns. Look at your Marceau walking through the middle of the map.
Yep, QT is on a run to that cap. There's nothing that can really stop it. That is inside your Mosfar's radar range. That radar is ready. But by the time the Marceau gets to the cap, that's going to be outside the radar, as long as he turns a little bit right.
It's a smart decision to do that, because obviously everything on both flanks is pretty much just stalled. At this point, though, I really feel like the Montana and Moskva could just W right into A, get behind LH Gamer. Oh, he's moving. He's making a move.
Yep.
LH Gamer making a move.
Yep, because Conde Gaspar left.
He did.
So
he steps it already.
1-on-1. I think... Is this going to be... I think
he's shooting.
The call is just ram.
He's trying for the ram. Oh, good hits! Still going to get the ram off. Okay, that's unfortunate. That's a huge trade for your team. Wow.
I'm not sure that really helps, because that removes our ships completely from that corner.
Yes.
But we do now have the C cap, because QT just went through the middle.
Right. Goris and the Napoli coming back to try to help.
I think the risk for your team here is that Conde Gaspar's Marseille goes down. Heal is not for another 60 seconds.
Right.
Your Napoli is recapping, but is pushing into torpedoes. You are bringing the gearing back up to the C cap. That makes sense. Currently, our Veni is kind of a bit out of it.
Yeah, he's doing what you'd expect him to do, which is just keep working his way towards the flank, but...
So Amos is actually going to end up behind your other flank here,
Yep.
being chased by the Napoli. Conde Gaspar
But-
down to 10k. 18
Yeah.
seconds for the heal. You're Moskva pushing up to the island where our Petro is. Monty going in the cap. Guess was running a fire. DCP's on cooldown.
Does have a heal
Heal
going.
is running.
Nope, that's it.
So that's us where the points win in 6:49 if nothing else changes.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and now here
it's
comes your
team
Moskva and
with the points
Venezia.
lead. So
Well, we've got the cap lead, but we haven't flipped the lead just yet.
No, but you will win eventually. 4 minutes 55. So we do need to do something.
Boris takes a pretty big hit there from the Petro.
So Batanga, Mosvar is currently radaring. Gearing is spotted. Napoli is spotted. But Pumse's got quite a lot of health, so that shouldn't be a problem at that range. The problem is we need to, ideally, we need to end up with one of the, so Team Rick needs to end up with one of these caps, and it's not going to be A.
It could be
So
A, actually.
really,
If both of these two ships leave and they advance and they trade out.
Marceau could get in the back. Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, the Marceau will just walk
That's
right
true.
in. Petro's going for the ram right here.
That's going to knock off a lot of points, but it's not going to get the kill unless someone's forgotten their ramming flags.
We'll find out.
No.
And yeah, wow.
So ideally, Terminator needs to make this kill on the Moskva without ramming.
Right, and ideally
Getting
this
rammed.
Moskva needs to get the ram.
If the Moskva can get another volley in, it will kill the Montana, potentially. 69,000 health.
He does hit him,
Nope,
and...
not quite. Oh, he does get him. And
Oh! Not enough.
Okay, that's interesting. I think someone in that exchange did not have a ramming flag.
Looks like it. Broadside shots on the Moskva Batanga. Nice connection. Not enough, obviously, but that helps. And yeah, there's your Marceau just walking right in. And getting some fires on Step Citadel.
Which is important. So DCP on cooldown for another 40 seconds. Many heals available, of course, for that Montana. Can heal most of that back eventually.
Right.
Because ramming damage is 100% healable.
That's right.
Yeah, my Monty just needs to duck and cover, get some heals in, same as yours. So it's currently 440 for a Rick win.
I don't see how we can get back in this unless Batanga's Moskva just comes forward and gets clocked by our Montana. I've said this all day. So far,
Batanga might take torps here.
Maybe. We've got a
One
cross-torp
midget.
attempt.
And then another one on the nose.
Yep. Maybe stern. Nope.
Second one misses.
DCP is down from
And then,
Batanga.
of course, yeah, and
Oh.
Napoli's sap secondaries are also going off, which is not pleasant.
No, but he does take a
Napoli's
big
bloom
hit from
spotted in
the
that smoke.
Montana, too.
More torpedoes. Great positioning from your gearing with those torps.
It is. Montana takes down our only hope to get back into this. So, at this point, we will continue our never victories. there's undefeated. What's the term for losing
No.
every single game?
I don't know.
Completely defeated team.
What's the word like when you get an award? Like lauded? Whatever that is, I don't know.
Yeah.
undecorated. There you go.
Undecorated, yes. This is a completely undecorated team. There you go.
I was going to chime in and say, the Wooden Spoon Award.
Ah, there you go. The wooden spoon. Or I was even going to go so far as to say they get the Dundee. As Step Citadel just walks right in front of the Montana's guns, and that ends him. So I need to go get a death pick. 13 seconds.
Yeah, more or less loses the match. 9 seconds for a team win for me. 5 seconds. And that's going to be GG's to my team.
That's right. So this
GG's
just...
to your team.
Once we face TC, we will have secured the worst seed for tomorrow in the playoffs.
It's not a guarantee. Stats can confirm, having seen my team play recently.
I don't think any of these matches are guaranteed. Like the one of the, like I was saying.